What's up, Mike and Jay, man? Y'all ready to go? Y'all ready to do this? Y'all ready to do
back.
Oh, baby. Every time, and then he be gone again next week. Well,
I was just saying, are you about to have a real subpar show? Apparently.
Yeah. Shout out to Ken. That man did all that.
Who?
Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm back.
Man, come on, man.
Back since.
We can't slander Cam, man. But yeah, hey, welcome back, man. Thank y'all for joining us, man. There goes Zoe. Zoe sliding in here. Hey, Zoe. They was telling me you weren't coming. I was like, man, Zoe coming, man. I was like, man, Zoe always on time. Didn't I say that?
He said that. He said you always on time. I was questioning it. Man, I heard.
Zoe, I told that man you live 15 minutes away from everything. That is 15 minutes away from real stuff.
Yeah, for real. It's the truth.
What's good, man? Trey hit 56, man. How you feeling?
We lost.
I
would have fought everybody in the locker room if I was Trey. We lost. This man had 56 and 14 against the Blazers with no Dame Lillard, and we lost.
Y'all would have had everybody. Y'all get changed to the gender locker room. Coming in with the brooms and mops.
Huh?
Simons was balling, man.
Simons was balling, and he had a good reason to be balling too.
Yeah. But anyway, man, it's episode 138, man. We got a lot of stuff we got to discuss, man. We'll start it with AB, but we also got to get to the rest of the NFL, man. A lot of upsets in week 17. The playoff picture is kind of shaping up. We got to talk about that as well. Then we'll shift it to NBA a little bit and kind of discuss a little bit of the Lakers, but then some other things as well, man. So stick around for it. Wait to the end, man, because we got to debate seriously this Kobe issue. And Mike is here to do that for us because he said we actually shortchanging Kobe. And I always thought that too. I always thought, because if a lot of people got Michael Jordan as the undisputed GOAT or close to undisputed, or we'll say majority of people got Michael Jordan there, and you got this guy after at least 50 swing guards have attempted to be carbon copies of Michael Jordan. We got this one guy who was able to pull it off and get as close to the GOAT as possible, right? How is he not in the discussion? How is he outside of people's top 5? I have no clue. Personally to me, I got Michael Jordan, Kareem, and Kobe right behind Kareem. But we'll discuss that. We'll get to it. So you don't want to leave, man. You want to stick around for the end so we can get to that. But what y'all, my bad. And I also got to let you know that we're brought to you by the Sports Cave. And, any merchandise that you need, sports related, hats, caps, jerseys. I get all my stuff from the Sports Cave, and you can too, man. Just go to their website, sportscavetruck.com, or visit them on IG at sportscave310, and you can make your order straight from there, and they get it to you real fast, man. But yeah, they've been kind to me, and it's probably the best place I shop to get all my stuff, man. Everything is authentic as well. Other than that, man, what I miss?
I think you covered it.
Got it. All right. So
you did good, man. You did good.
I did do good. Hey, and then before we even get to the AB stuff, I did want to mention that I did pull off that Triple Crown. So shout out to me for that Triple Crown. And for those of y'all who don't know what the Triple Crown is I was in 3 fantasy football leagues and I won 3 fantasy football leagues. Took home the pot or the booty, some might call it. Took that home. But this is not about me. This is not about the champions today. I do
not about you getting booty.
No, not at all. I do want to shout out the rest of the participants as well. And I want to dedicate this song to them.
Honorable mention. Hey, you're lucky that LeBron finally had to lose. He gets an honorable mention. Hey, it ain't so bad being number 2. Yeah. Season's over, just hold on, you're going home. Can't deal with life's hurdles like you're Lolo Jones. Series over, feel the sorrow, drink it down. Bartender, I think I'll have a triple crown and I'm the only one.
Yo, man, I thought.
First of all, I got. Are those good? Secondly, if we're gonna mention our fantasy football record, I was in 7 leagues this year, and I pulled an amazing 0 for 7.
Impressive.
They called me LeBron Finals.
Oh man,
big losing record.
You didn't
man,
have to
that
do.
is funny. That is funny, man.
Hey, real quick, man. I haven't been here for a while, man. And the comments are talking about it. I've been real busy with this Dynasties thing, the album, like Hov. Now, I've been coaching, man, youth wrestling, high school, man, back home, man. We out here building a dynasty for real, starting from the ground up, man. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on it, but been trying to get these young men to take the sport seriously, and so
Hey, you got my support, man. I can't wait to get down. I can't wait to get down there so I can give you a hand, man. Because it's not every day somebody get to grow up with a passion and then able to, help kids, that share that same passion later on in your adult life, man. So that's how I feel when I coach basketball, man. It's like it's a passion of mine, man. I love passing it on, man. So you got my support, big dog.
Absolutely.
You gotta show up to work too.
Hey, with that same energy, man, I've noticed that nobody has been talking about me in the comments at all. This is my first time actually being here.
Somebody said something.
Oh, I didn't even see it. It's my first time being here. I unlike Jay, I haven't been doing anything meaningful in my life. I've just been paying these bills and taking care of these kids.
Hey, for real though, Mike is a this I think is his first time actually been on the show, but he call in all the time, man. But he do have his own podcast. You can plug that real quick before we get started. Please.
Yeah, I do have my own podcast, the Elbow Drop Podcast. It's what niggas. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that here. My fault. It's where N-words meet wrestling. It's where the intersection of N-wording and wrestling. It's hard for me not to say the N-word. If you watched it, you realize how often I use this word. But just because I love this podcast so much, this is the only podcast I ever accepted to do where I couldn't say the N-word. I've actually turned down plenty of other people who wanted me to come do theirs, and I'm like, if I can't say it, I don't need to be here.
Yeah, shout out to the Elbow Drop, man. I've been there a time of 3.
Yep.
More to come. But yeah, man, schedule opening back up real soon, man. Real soon.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bones stay busy, man. On Facebook, I noticed every 3 days he has another child with a birthday.
Man,
my little man just turned 9. My little
the weather's, man.
Like,
he put a whole new meaning to the word bones.
It's a cold winter, man. It's a cold winter for my bank account.
Yeah. All right, so let's get it started, man. Hey, everybody, unless you've been living under a rock, everybody's seen what happened in the previous Bucks Jets game. Everybody's been talking about it. You gonna take your shirt? Okay, yeah, let's get
we starting off hot.
Look, man, this has caused uproar in our Facebook group on titled The Man Down Facebook group. If you haven't joined already and you're listening, you might want to get in that Facebook group, man. The debates are crazy there, and this one got the most uproar this week. People feelings got hurt. People still talking about it 2 days later. People putting side messages out. It's just crazy, man. So let's go ahead and put it all out there. Let's get all our grievances out. Let's talk about it. If you got a different opinion, that's great. Call in. But we'll introduce it. He walked out. I do want to play Tom Brady's clip after the game when they asked him about it and what he said. and then I want to see what y'all think of, and do you agree that we should have compassion for Antonio Brown? So here's what Brady said.
Because you didn't have Antonio Brown the second half, most of it. How disappointed are you? Bruce Arians said he's no longer a Buck.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a difficult situation, and I think we all want him to just think everybody should find hopefully do what they can to help him in ways that he really needs it. And we all love him, we care about him deeply. We want to see him be at his best, and unfortunately won't be with our team, but we have a lot of friendships that will last. And again, I think the most important thing about football are the relationships with your friends and your teammates, and they go beyond the field. And I think everyone should be very compassionate and empathetic toward some very difficult things that are happening.
All right, so we'll start with Jay first. Do you agree that we should be empathetic and have some compassion for Antonio Brown?
Yeah, I think we should be empathetic and have compassion for everybody. So yeah, easy answer.
You want to elaborate? You can't look. First of all, you can't come back for the first time and try to be this wallflower, because that ain't true. I know you got an opinion.
Trust me.
You know it's coming, Mel. Don't worry. Don't worry about Jay.
Come on, man. I'm trying to ease the people into this.
No, you ain't got to worry about that.
Come on, man. Don't make me do that. But nah, man. Yeah, have compassion for that man. Yo, first of all, I'm gonna always stand up for all things black man. You know what I'm saying? What it boils down to, man, we can speculate why he did what he did, or we don't have to. Let's take worst case scenario. Let's just say he said, "Fuck it, I'm tired of it." Don't we all wish we could do that?
And some of us have done it.
And hey, right.
I mean,
hey man, look, my last my last 18 months in the Navy, I had that attitude that AB displayed. Man, yeah. I wore Timbs to work, and then the Timbs wasn't getting it done, so I wore black Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes
hey man, when you done, you done. That man was done. You know that there's been rumors that the coach said something to him he ain't like in a way he ain't like, and he was like, man, I don't need this. But you could see Mike Evans to talk to him. But that man made a decision and stood on that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Maybe he's going through more. Maybe CTE is a real phenomenon. Or maybe he just said F it. But it doesn't matter.
All of the above.
Yeah. I mean, because two things can be true at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now that man made a stance and I support him.
Went to the Brooklyn Nets game.
Because really, like, the team can do that to you at any time. The owners, you know what I'm saying? The word on the street is that that coach told him, you no longer a Buck before he did that. And he was like, I ain't no Buck. I mean, you can have this Buck shit back. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe that. Let me go to the phone real quick, because we already got a call. It's Sheldon going. What's up, bro?
What's good, buddy?
I didn't think you was gonna call till we got to the Lakers.
Nah, man. I heard y'all talking about AD. I'm gonna call back though, but I just want to shed my light on AD real quick, man.
Right, man.
I think I think we should forgive him, man. I think like when you make a decision on any job, you got when you walk off, you got to live with the consequences. But we got to look at the point. What's going on these past 2 years. Athletes are not. People got mental issues, man. I think AD is one of them. He's one of those athletes that's struggling with mental issues, man. Like, yeah. So we have to look at it from that view, like not because you got millions or you getting paid for millions. That don't mean you got it all figured out. Yeah. What he did in New York, that man ain't right upstairs. Yeah. He needs some kind of counseling, but who don't have issues? Yeah, these couple years.
He got set off real easy right? You know, and you can see like last year he held it together the whole year. He ain't had no issues, right? This year he held it together the whole year into the vaccination card, right? And then that's kind of what broke it. And then for you to be somewhere that where they told you, hey, you only here because of Tom Brady wanted you. We giving you a 0 tolerance. You mess up one time, you gone. And then here comes this vax card thing where, man, people been lying about that vax. Nobody wanted to take that vax. People like probably 75% of the NBA and NFL took the vax because they couldn't play without it. Right? They wanted to play ball. That's why they took it. They didn't take it because they trusted it. They said, man, I want to play and I want to get paid and I don't have a choice but to do it, right? So it was so many people lying about it. Aaron Rodgers been one of them. Right. And for you can tell that everything changed from the coaching staff, maybe just Bruce Arians, because hey, I brought you in on 0 tolerance. I really didn't want you here in the first place, and the only reason why he didn't get cut is because Godwin got hurt for the season, and Evans got hurt in the same game, and it was like, oh shoot, we got to bring AB back. So imagine how that feels for someone like. If it wasn't for all these guys getting hurt, you'll be cut. And then you show up and then you think that, hey, man, we need you, but I'm still going to talk to you how I want to. Right. That was probably a little bit too much for him.
Right. Also, you know, I heard, I don't know how true it is, but I heard he had some incentives to, you know, to make a couple more money. And, you know, they was holding them out on plays and like minutes and stuff like I think it was a build up. I mean, they did do it to like Victor Cruz.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, but
most of that was speculation. Do you want to speak on that, Zoe?
Yeah, a lot of it was speculation, and I was going to say something about it. I don't even. People have a really bad habit, and sometimes I'm even guilty of it, of treating these players like property. Even if you ain't even in the front office, even if you're just a fan, they just have a really bad habit of treating these players like property, and they are not anyone's property. Yes, they have a profession, but that profession is what they do and not who they are. So I think a lot of times we can't put all of these labels on people, or AB is this and he's that. I don't know what AB is besides a wide receiver from, you know, South Florida. You know what I'm saying? Originally. Right. I don't know what he is. At the end of the day, he had his justification. He knew the consequences. Just like the times I've been to mass, I knew the consequences before. You know, I still made a decision to do whatever it is that I did, and I had my reasons for it. He has his reasons for it, and unless he comes out and says, this is my reason, we can only speculate what those things are. The incentive thing, I don't know. I heard something else that he was hurt. And the coach was demanding him to go back in, but that was all. None of that's been proven, you know. But at the end of the day, he made a decision, and he knew the consequences of that decision. The consequences may have already came before that decision. Who knows? But at the end of the day, AB is a smart, very wealthy young black man who knew the consequences. Whatever he felt like he stood up for, he stood up for it. And you can't do nothing but take your hat off to that. They're going to always try to paint the picture of a bad guy who went against the system. Look at Kyrie, for example. They're going to always do that. So, you know, I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, he felt justified for it.
Hey, Mike, real quick, though, because Zoe said something very interesting when he said, you know, the people that the players play for sometimes treat them like property, and then the fans kind of treat them like property as well. And one telltale sign that I see from fans that let me know that they're not really thinking right is when they say stuff like hold that player accountable. And I'm like, what position is a fan in to hold a player accountable? Like like he had an action. His punishment is that he got cut from the team. That's holding him accountable.
What else do you need?
Go ahead.
And that's the thing too. Like everything Zoe said, I agree with. And it's like I'm always gonna be pro player over pro team, pro employee over a corporation. I did not give a fuck before. I'm historic for my levels of not giving a fuck. I've done similar things. I think also I do think it's some CTE shit involved in there. Like I think it's mixed in, but like something else happened. We don't know the whole story clearly. Yeah. And the team ain't gonna come tell us how they fucked up. And once AB do tell us the whole story, we gonna all as far as people like this, how people think of them as property. Going back to that, once he do tell us the whole story, even if he 100% tells the truth, I don't know whether or not he will, but I'm just saying, whatever he says is going to be questioned. Nobody's going to believe him. They're going to just say he's crazy. Like that's what's going to happen, regardless.
Facts. Yeah.
Like if I was him, I probably wouldn't say anything at all because I already know how it's going to go because of my public perception. He already lost the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
So like
for a lot of people,
we don't really know.
People, yeah, a lot of people. I mean, it's the same situation with Kyrie Irving. There's nothing Kyrie Irving got to walk a straight and narrow path for the rest of his career because every slip up he has, they're gonna take that isolated incident and match it all the way to from the beginning, from when he said the earth was flat, and just pile it on, and that's their excuse that they use to be able to put their mouth on him any way they want to. I can talk about him like a dog because he said no homo. Yeah, pause. I can talk about him like a dog because he said the earth is flat, because he didn't take the vax, because he said something about LeBron. Like all these things they go keep bringing up, and it's the same thing for AB. To me, this incident has nothing to do with why most people don't like him. Okay, he's not that friendly to the press. He had an allegation of harassment. He didn't pay a couple of people. He threw something out of the balcony of his window. Like they bring all these things up when they're talking about him walking out of a team, and they didn't approach it like an isolated incident. I got an issue with that.
Let me say this. Go ahead, Cheryl. You was about to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Do you guys think he's that's it for him? You think he's done?
That's a really good question. Let Jay say what he was about to say, and then we'll get to that. We'll get there if I think he's done. Go ahead.
Fans, getting back to this whole property thing. Fans, let me explain to you what your money gets you. You pay money, tune in on TV, buy merch or whatever for the chance to be entertained. Period. Nothing more than that. They don't owe you anything except for them to go give you them to give you their best effort to entertain you, be it athletes, be it actors, music performers, whatever. We're spending our money to be entertained. Now, outside of all that, they don't owe you autographs. They don't owe you pictures in the airport. They don't owe you take a picture with your kid while they're eating their dinner. They owe you shit. You know what I'm saying? So I heard somebody say, I don't like this athlete because he was mean in the airport. Man, fuck you. You approached me in the airport when I'm with my wife, man. Fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? If somebody just random, the next time y'all go on the flight, just randomly walk up to a stranger and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? And just see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Jay, that's crazy because in reality, everything you said is true. But offline and off paper, I think part of the whole experience is, because media is married to athletics, right? They're married together, right? So like, remember we always talk about they use Stephen A, or they use people like Stephen A to say certain things, and that's part of the entertainment. Like they need content. Like they need it. Like it's networks that is glad that AB slipped up because it's giving them a lot to talk about. So that's part of it. That's part of it. So off paper, they kind of are owed that. Kind of. But I don't agree with it.
But here's the thing. No, they think they're owed it. So these the first takes and the undisputeds and the whatevers of the world, they're feeding you opinions that you may or may not have. And some people are easily persuaded to believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom do these shows talk about what happens in between the lines. You know what I mean? Very, very seldom is it, this guy played, let's just talk about how good the game was. They'll act something stupid like Trae Young dropped 56. And they lost.
Is he better than Curry?
Or is he the best scorer under 6 feet. Like what? What are we talking about? Why are we talking about this?
Yeah. I hate that.
What is this height with his ability to score?
It's just you can only talk about one thing so much.
Yeah. But I'm
especially when you got a 24-hour sports channel. It's just like you gotta come up with something else. Let's make something up that's going LeBron static.
I mean, they would, and then they would go on hours and hours and hours about nothing. And so now these people feel like when I say these people, I'm talking about the general audience feel like, oh, well, these professionals get to talk about these athletes any way they want to behind their back. So I can do it behind their back and in their face.
Yeah, but what does the delusion come in where they think that they're holding the player accountable? Because I was having a conversation with a good friend, right? And when I said, hey, I'm not going to come down on AB hard because that guy's dealing with something. It's like his punishment that he's going to get from the team it should be the worst of it. As far as everybody's words and verbally attacking him, we shouldn't do none of that because that guy actually got, in my opinion, something he's dealing with that needs to be it needs to be looked into. So I was like, that's it for me. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about him, right? And he was like, no, you got to hold him accountable. Like how can I hold him accountable? He's already got cut from the team. Well, that's the accountability.
Okay.
And but people saying, hey man, AB got CTE, man, relax. People are saying that that's letting him off the hook and that's defending what he did. No one's defending what he did. We're just saying it's no need to dump on him. He already got cut. He got his consequences. It's the same thing when we talk about a police officer killing a black man and getting off for it, and we raise Cain about it, and they say, well, what about black on black crime? Well, the black dudes are getting arrested that's killing black guys. So they're already getting dealt with. Like if they was getting away with it, then we would be uproar. We uproaring because that people are getting away with it that are police enforcement.
That's also just because I have to always say this every time you say black on black crime is not a real thing. White crime happens 13.5% more often.
Yeah, and that's all
4 times more often per capita. I just have to say every time somebody says black on black crime.
Yeah. I mean,
so let me ask y'all this about holding accountable, right? Now, all of us are married men.
Right.
Now, let's say one of us cheated on our wife.
Okay.
And our wife.
Not me.
Wait,
baby, he ain't talking about me.
Hold on. You got white friends? Because black men don't cheat. Sure don't.
Nah, but just listen. So I'll say me. Let's say I did it. And
my
wife. But hold on. Let's say my wife divorced me.
Mm-hmm.
What could either one of you do to hold me accountable?
That's true.
For something that I did that I have already dealt with the consequences. Like, how can you? It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's dumb.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go a different way. Let's say I steal a tomato from Walmart.
Right.
And then I get arrested. And then I come to your house, Melvin, you like, nah, I gotta hold you accountable, man. You can't sit on my chair.
Right. and me choosing not to throw it in your face that you stole a tomato is not me letting you off the hook and it's not me supporting what you did. It's just me saying that man already got his punishment and that's it. That's the end of it. I
want you to know that I support you still.
I care about his well-being. Go ahead, McClellan.
Don't do that.
Oh, he just
don't do this to me. Call me McClellan.
Go ahead.
You want to talk about having flashbacks? I was saying I want him to know that if he do steal a tomato from Walmart, I totally support that. Just throw it out there. They owe us. Walmart owe us.
You can't hold somebody accountable for something that you're not responsible for.
Right.
Like
and something you're not in a position to hold them accountable for
work, whether they do or don't. But I cannot hold Walmart employees accountable for work that they don't do.
Right.
I don't work there. I don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah, we got to stop that, man. We got to stop that.
Yeah.
So to the question, would you give him a job?
Yeah, me personally, I'll give him a job. I mean, look at a guy like Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
He's a crackhead, but he's always in the mix. You know, like.
Hey, now I'm not. Listen, I'm not going to take that slander of that young man.
You know, he got issues too, but you know, they always talking about bringing him back, and like, so why not? You know, why not give AD a shot?
I tell you one thing. He'll get a job before Kaepernick will.
Yeah, long time for Kaepernick, bro. It's over Kaepernick.
Yeah,
I wish we could give him a job. God, we need Kaepernick right now.
Okay, y'all not gonna like my answer. Would I give him a job? Yes. On a football team, no. A hot mic and a free platform, absolutely.
You know what? Maybe if you're looking to do a podcast, we got a Man Down podcast, man. You can all of your chest.
I would absolutely sign Antonio Brown. If I had an offense that he could learn, I would absolutely sign him 2 weeks before the playoffs if I was a contender. Even next year, if I'm Tampa Bay, if Tom Brady's still there, the playbook's still the same, Bruce Arians still there, I go grab AB 2 weeks before the playoffs.
You just gotta protect yourself with the incentives in the contract.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only $1 million though.
Yeah. AB wasn't doing it for the money no more at that point. I mean, he wasn't getting paid a lot of money. He had incentives, of course, but he wasn't doing it for the incentives.
Yeah.
Now
AB ain't about to go to no CFL, man. AB got so much money. He ain't going to no
CFL. XFL coming back.
He ain't go.
You think real quick? You think Kaepernick is still in the conversation of coming back?
No, that's a done.
I don't think so either. I think he sold us out, just like NWA sold us out.
you said Kaepernick sold us out.
Yeah, just like the NWA sold us out. We went from niggas with attitude to death row. Just like Kaepernick went, you know, he got that deal and couldn't even speak about it.
I'm with you on NWA for real. I mean, but I don't know if they. That's a whole nother topic, right? But as far as Kaepernick, hey, you know, they both a whole nother topic. I'm not messing with I'm not messing with Sheldon. Yeah. But yeah, man. Thanks for the call, man. We go move from AB, man. I mean,
that's a conversation for another time, show that we gotta have.
now we gotta have it. Now we gotta have it.
Make sure I'm here for that,
baby.
I don't know what
I'm gonna call back on the Lakers, man. I appreciate you guys, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Daggone AB, man. Anything else? Anything else? I mean, anything else to cook on it? Any meat left on the bone? I don't know. My whole thing about it was, you know what? Yeah, he messed up. He got consequences. I'm not like, it wasn't the worst thing I seen. I seen Dennis Rodman kick a man in the balls. That was a cameraman on the floor. You know, I seen Rodman take his shirt off and do the same thing and leave like that. As a matter of fact, we forgetting about Vontae Davis quitting at halftime. Now,
that man didn't come back out the locker room.
He didn't come back out. And interestingly enough, I didn't know Vontae Davis and Vernon Davis were brothers. Did y'all know that?
Yeah,
I didn't.
I didn't know.
Didn't know that. And Vernon Davis was on, I think it's called Fubo Sports, but T.O.'s podcast called Get Your Popcorn Ready, and he was talking about that same situation, man, and this is what he said.
So I felt like he let me down. You know what I'm saying? Wow, you feel like your little brother let you down. Like, nah, he didn't just do that. No,
so now that it's like, did he ever give you a reason as to like what came upon him? Like, and at that point in time, like, why halftime? Like during the game, like usually people wait till make that decision after the game.
Exactly, and that's what I was thinking. I couldn't understand it, but then when I got back, it took me a little while to kind of really digest it and understand. Okay,
process it.
Not just because he's my brother. Yeah, he's my brother, so I gotta support him.
Right.
But I still need to understand what's going on here. Right. So when I started to think, I was like, I gotta put myself in his shoes. And mentally, we don't know what somebody's going through.
Right, exactly.
Mentally, he probably could have went back out there and probably did something crazy. Probably injured himself, injured somebody else. I don't know. He probably had some things going on mentally that we can't understand. Only he understood what it was.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, he make a good point, and that's his brother, and he still don't know for sure what he was dealing with, or he won't say. And that's what I was telling everybody I was talking to about it when it happened with AB. I was like, look, man, I think the most sensitive thing about this conversation is we probably should just, like Tom Brady said, have some compassion, shut our mouth, and just hope for the best or pray for the best for AB and leave it alone. Like throwing darts at him ain't gonna do no good, and he's already getting his punishment. That's my only thing.
You can say what you want to about him, but his actions did not cause directly or indirect harm to anyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He chose a non-violent way to express his frustrations, and that right there is applause worthy.
Yep.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
my bad. I didn't even mean to hit that. I really did. I did. This show is not about the champs. It's about the honorable mentions, man. So I gotta keep that in mind. My bad. I gotta keep that in mind. But
man, it's terrible.
What's next, man? What? Don't even go there with him. What's next, man?
Hey, man, we got. Let's run through week 17, man. Just the highlights of week 17, man. We can start with what happened on Monday night with Big Ben playing his supposed last game in Heinz Field, getting a win. What we want to go with it? We want to go with what Naheem, not Naheem, but Najee Harris looked like, or what Ben looked like, actually throwing less yards than Najee gained rushing. Or how bad Baker Mayfield look like. Where y'all want to go with this one?
Ben showed in his last home game as a Steeler why that's his last home game as a Steeler.
But he was putting out effort. He was the best quarterback on the field for sure.
I mean,
that's
in this conversation, it ain't even a big deal. Like, I might have. You give me a good game, I might have been the best quarterback on that field. Give me enough protection.
It don't even need a Herculean effort. Listen, front office in Cleveland. Hey, you have a really good squad and a really not good quarterback. Do something about it. Do something about it. If you add this up, the last three quarterbacks I can remember you guys acquiring was Tyrod Taylor, Johnny Manziel, and Baker Mayfield in no particular order. And Tyrod Taylor is the best of those three.
I think easily. God,
do something different. Where's that T-Pain rant? When you get do something different. Like that's
do something different. Yeah, shake the camera with it.
Need to do.
I feel bad for them, man.
Yeah, all of them, man. I wonder, the AB. I mean, Odell Beckham. Chance got a little quieter. Now that Baker doesn't have that primary target anymore, and everybody is like, you got to understand. Once you take away in the front office, at least makes it look like he's the problem and not the quarterback. All eyes gonna be on the quarterback. And that's the last thing Baker Mayfield needed. Like, he did not need everybody to pay attention to his play, because they're going to see exactly what we already been talking about on this podcast. He's just not good. He has a great team. He's just not good.
But the sad part, he gets a whole nother year. He gets a whole nother year to start. Because everybody's going to talk about his shoulder injury, and he's already set for surgery and all that. So he's their starting quarterback at the beginning of training camp again.
Cleveland, I mean, because they're not gonna have no other option though. I mean, because I doubt they draft one, and I doubt they get anybody that's a free agent that's decent. I don't know who's a free. Aaron Rodgers, other than Aaron Rodgers, is Kirk Cousins is this his final season on his contract? It might be Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, and then of course Deshaun Watson is out there for trade. But Jimmy G might be out there for trade as well. With they probably gonna go with Trey Lance next year. But other than that, you might be able to get Jimmy G to go there.
Actually, Jimmy G and Trey Lance will be available, because 1-2 is gonna be in San Fran.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Oh,
I don't want that to happen because they're going to be really good. I mean,
I ain't rooting for that, but
it's a chance. Ain't he from the Bay Area?
Yeah, I think he grew up watching Joe Montana and wanting to play for the 49ers. That's why he was pissed when Alex Smith was taken before him.
And he been giving them work ever since that moment.
He been giving everybody work.
They're gonna have to make that right.
He been giving everybody work, man. That dude just throw darts and don't throw interceptions. Like this dude,
pretty simple.
Just crazy, man. How you
be
that good?
What he got like 5 interceptions for the year?
He got 4 this year, and 2 of them was in the first game of the season against New Orleans.
That's right.
And that was him getting off the couch, off the Pat McAfee podcast, getting off the couch and saying, "All right, I'm gonna play." You know, no training camp, just. You know what I mean? And then ever since that game, they lost one, and then the other one that they lost, he had COVID. He wasn't there. So he really if you take that first game away, he only lost 1 game all season.
Yeah, they lost to us, but he didn't play.
Yeah, crazy. But since y'all took the route of Baker's man, well, first of all, let's at least tip our hat off the Big Ben, and he might have a Hall of Fame career. I think he'd get in the Hall. He looked good to me, but that running back looked really good.
Hold on, man. You can't talk about the running back if you tipping your hat to Ben. Let me say some kind words to Mr.
Okay, I felt it. Okay,
18 years, my guy. Still a nation has stood behind you. Hey, take your rest, man. And
man, talking like he died or something.
Get ready, man.
Get ready for Kenton, man. If they don't let you in your first ballot, I'm sure you'll take that too. Go ahead, y'all.
Hey, I'm mad because you stole my joke.
Oh, I always
as you said it. When you set it up, I was coming behind you. Kind of like Ben.
Pause. But that was pretty good. But did y'all see the sign that was in the crowd? Like everybody was holding up signs like this is not. I think I seen one that said this is not goodbye. We'll see you in Canton. And then one of them was like R. Kelly me. And then it's just a whole bunch of signs out there, man.
Then the worst part. Hey man, I'm no fan of Ben Roethlisberger, but he's okay with me. His wife and kids came on the field after the game. He was taking a nap.
Right.
And he has 3 young kids, and I think they're all boys.
Right.
But the oldest of his young kids looks to be 71 in the face. How the hell does he got a young old child? And then, but it looks just like Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, we got to see what the milkman looked like. I mean, 18 years of playing on the road.
When you see the baby this child has an adult Ben Roethlisberger face, like the stress, the worry, all that, and I was like, yo, you're your daddy's son. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why the kid got stress in his face though? I don't get that.
He probably trying to figure out where's daddy gonna work next, because he don't have the personality to be like an analyst. Like he really don't. Like
he can get on. He can get on the outshow.
Who said this Bill Cowher kid, man? Who was that, man? Good Lord, y'all so crazy.
That's crazy, messed up. Man. Hey, Bill Cowher was old too.
All right. All right, man. I guess we done with that, man. The next game I wanted to highlight was Cowboys. I wish Corey was here for this one, man. Collar the kid made them look pedestrian. He did what he wanted, man. And AJ Green hit Diggs with a double move. What I tell you about Diggs last week?
You called it.
Jeffrey Cornbread. I said he gets burnt around the edges, and here it is. AJ Green in his 1,000th year hit him with a double move and get a 50-yard bomb dropped on him. What was Diggs thinking? It was like 3rd down and long, and this dude ran short of the first down sticks and slowed down like he was gonna curl. And Diggs, just like his name, he dug in it as hard as possible, going down and wanted that interception. And Kyler Murray just was like, Look very bad, man.
Yeah, man.
Very bad.
Diggs is he is what I like to call an optimistic corner. Like if you make a bad pass, he'll intercept it, but straight up man-to-man coverage against the elite, he'll get cooked. He'll get cooked. He'll get cooked out there. He'll get cooked out there. But he's a ball hawk, and he got a lot of picks. So I mean, that's what sells the tickets, I guess. But covering, he good receivers, they'll fillet him real quick.
And is AJ Green still a good receiver?
Yeah, I mean he. You said it last week. You said that probably AJ Green would be the one since Kyler didn't have Hopkins out there with him. You said that who would be that guy? Who is Diggs going to defend? Who's not going to keep him from being bored out there? And Zach Ertz had a lot of targets. Christian Kirk had a lot of targets, but those big throws, he went to the guy that used to make all those plays in Cincinnati.
I'm proud of AJ Green all season for finishing the season. First of all, I think he finished out last season. I think he got dinged up a little bit, but I think he finished last season too. But he just wasn't himself with the Bengals, man. But yeah, man, I enjoyed watching him, show glimpses of what he used to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the dude was box office, man. He was box office, but But I like this version of him too, man. And he and Diggs got a chance to see some of it up front.
Yeah, you remember? What I do think is this presents a real problem going forward, because if AJ Green is still able to do things like that, and he's lining up as your number 2, with Hopkins, a healthy Hopkins. I mean, it's gonna be trouble, man. It's already trouble, but it's gonna be
Speaking of trouble, do y'all think the Cowboys are in trouble?
Yeah and no.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, they get in trouble, but no one truly expected them to be anything other than what they're gonna be. First round playoff beat.
No matter who the first round opponent is?
Yeah, it'll probably be the Niners. No matter who it is, though.
Mar.
What happened? Enjoying my last night in Jamaica, man. I'm over here.
What time y'all fly out, man?
Shit, man. Not till noon, but we gotta leave the Sanders Resort about 8:30 because we got like a 90-minute drive.
Yeah, I tried not to mess with you tonight. I was like, nah,
no. Hey, bruh.
You went to the same spot as Michael Scott.
Bruh, I didn't took care of all the vacation business, man. His last night in Jamaica, I didn't drink a lot of rum, smoking a cigar. I'm chilling, dog.
I reckon you asked for the link because you had something to say about this Cowboys Cardinals game.
No, I asked for the link because y'all need an island boy.
That's what they're taking up on.
Hey, speaking of Island Boys, I just found out about that app called Cameo yesterday. I just found out about it.
Yeah.
Right? I never heard of it. I seen something on social media about somebody talking about Cameo, so I Googled it and I was like, oh, really? Mm-hmm. And so when I went to this website, I was like, why the heck would them Island Boys be on there? Like, who wants to do a cameo with them? But
hey, they popping right now, man.
Yeah, you can
social media.
Get a video from them for $24.
I mean, I ain't messing with them culture vultures, but there's a lot of people that like them.
Why? Then you got a lot of people who just do it as a joke.
Yeah.
I spent $24 on a joke.
Hey, how'd y'all get Boney Homie on here?
Okay. Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and speed through week 17 so we can get to what Bone want to talk about. But Dak, I disagree. I think Dak is a top 2.
Bones would take a whole hour trashing on the Lakers, so y'all got about like 11 minutes left.
Okay. All right.
I already know how I feel about us.
Yeah. but I'm done with debating whether Dak is a top 2 quarterback. I think he is.
Yeah.
Right. The verdict is out for me. I'm good with that, man. But anything else on the Cowboy game before we move to?
Them 11 interceptions look nice. We need that boy giving up 1,100 yards a year. He getting toasted. AJ, tell me, you know how this is. Trayvon Diggs is Marcus Peters 2.0, baby.
I got a list of names: Rashawn Breeland, Marcus Peters, Ward. Who on the other side of Ward out there? Fenton. All them motherfuckers. If you play corner for Chiefs, period, you are what Diggs is. High risk, high reward. They'll get a pick.
So what do y'all attribute all these 11 picks to then?
Is this something that's smart chances? Nah, he's taking smart chances, man.
No, listen, he takes that chance every play. Sometimes the chance pays off, and sometimes you just see a referee doing this. He the same guy.
If AJ Green wasn't 45 years old, he would have scored on the one he caught on Diggs the other night.
What I was going to say about AJ Green is he has quietly did the same thing that Larry Fitzgerald did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You moved from a spectacular all-world guy to Chris Carter.
Yeah. Hey, but if you're getting burnt by old AJ Green with his torn knees, that means you're not that good. You're not that good.
AJ Green can run routes, man. He sent him to school, man. He hit him with that.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even speed like talking about. It was good route running. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even a route he ran. It was what happens before you break on a route. He didn't actually break. Like, he just broke down like he was about to do it, and then just ran.
Right there, that's when Diggs want to jump in and try to pick off the ball. So right there,
that work.
It's an offensive coordinator ready for the playoffs right now.
I'm about to kill it.
Oh my god! The Cowboys are not going to make it out of the first round because they're going to be relying on Diggs, and Diggs is going to get cooked first round of the playoffs. I guarantee you, he's going to get cooked in the playoffs. I don't care who they play. Diggs is getting cooked. The only person who's probably going to show up in the playoffs is Dak and Parsons.
Yeah.
I think Amari Cooper will show up. Dak, Amari Cooper, Parsons. They done lost Gallup, so that makes it even harder. Zeke won't show up. Pollard might do something, and I think Parsons will show up. But Diggs is dog food.
Gallup or Golden State Splash Brother. Wait, I couldn't even think of his name.
How many times Gallup been hurt?
Shoot, he just got back.
Yeah, he just got back.
And then tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Or was it MCL? Either way, done.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone for a while. Well, from one team that's descending to a team that's ascending, and the Bengals put that thing on Kansas City.
Don't do that.
I'm talking about no Vaseline. Chase just, I mean, come on, man. Like,
first of all,
he one-on-one the whole game. Like, how many catches?
A lot of home cooking. Very bad.
Home cooking ain't got nothing to do with them bombs.
However, man versus man, he won all day long. Man versus man, he won all day long. And Spag said, F it, we're going to keep sending 6 at the quarterback. Roy, listen, anytime Honey Badger is back there with the quarterback and Chase got Ward by himself out there, that's a problem. Honey Badger, look, don't send your safety help when you need safety help.
27.
I tell you what, if y'all don't fix that,
his name is Fitz.
This gonna be y'all in the playoffs right here. If y'all don't fix that,
no, that's not gonna happen. First of all, it wasn't even that. That was also a game that was Andy Reid. You're up big at halftime, and you take the gas out of it. Quit taking the air out the ball, Andy. Stop.
Can't deal with life's hurdles like you.
Yeah, I got it. I was watching the Rams game, so
I watched the whole thing. I mean, Andy Reid did what Andy Reid do. You put up 28 points, and then Andy Reid called the dogs off. Listen, don't ever call the dogs off. Put up 500. You know what I'm saying? Put up 500.
Yeah. That's a good point, man. They cramp now. Burrow is good.
He's
and
good.
I drafted him in my fantasy. By the way, just that's not a here, not a there. But I drafted him in my fantasy. But anyway, I expected great things from Burrow, man. I did a lot of research, but you're right. The media was saying this dude was the
Brady in Cincinnati. That's a club that won't ever win. Brady is a great winner. Does Burrow have better arm talent than Tom Brady? Absolutely. Will Burrow be the winner that Tom Brady is? Absolutely not.
Possible though. The dude is a winner.
Not in
the dude is a winner, man.
Dude, nobody, not one. There is no one person that can change the culture of programs that is shit.
He the best quarterback in his division, hands down.
Yeah,
best quarterback in his division, hands down. I'm not gonna say hands down. He better than patty cake, bake me a cake. He better than him, and he better than the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger's past. But but Lamar Jackson, I'm not gonna say he's hands down better than Lamar. Fuck that. Never.
It's debatable. It's debatable.
It is. That's
no. Whether he's better or not is debatable. That means hands down is out the picture.
That's true. That's true. That's true. But my God, 3rd and 27. That bothers me. That bothers me.
Zoe, if that bothered you, you know damn sure that bothered me and Jay.
I know. It didn't bother me. When it was 3rd and 27 and I seen everybody at the line, I said first down. I already knew what it was. I said first down.
I'm like, bro, not 3rd and 27. You had them. They were who you thought they were.
And the crazy part was Ward had his hand on the ball and everything. It was just a better play by the receiver. The receiver beat both corners all day long.
All day.
At will. Hey, listen. He's a good receiver.
Yeah.
Those are not
he's
good
a
corners.
Really good receiver. He's a really good receiver.
Those are not good corners, man. But it doesn't matter, man. They're good enough that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll see you in the Super Bowl.
Damn, Jay.
Fuck it.
Okay, Super Bowl. Hey, that is what it is. Cincinnati look good. Chase is that dude, man. And the last guy I wanted to talk about. You know what? You know what's crazy though? This is
the fact that is it the fact that Lamar looked like a Grand Theft Auto load screen? That was crazy to me the whole time.
Where you get a purple Peter from?
Is that the Peter with the buttons down the middle?
What?
Yeah. Hey, so look,
I ain't stressing on none of you Negro. I'm in tropical paradise.
Hey, look, man, when you in Jamaica, you say no problem, man.
No problem, man.
Yeah, a lot of people was saying Chase didn't have no hands at the beginning of the season, but I didn't care. I drafted him in my fantasy as well. That's not here, not there, man. Jalen Hurts, another guy I drafted in one of my fantasy leagues. He won me a league. I appreciate you, Jalen. We was talking about a couple of weeks ago how Philly fans wasn't embracing him, man. But now they don't really have a choice. Now he don't put you in the playoffs. You put a subpar team around him.
Hold on. Have you ever met Philly fans? They don't care about that shit.
Yeah, they almost died this weekend.
Dude, you remember Nick Foles won them a Super Bowl, and they said, "F Nick Foles, bring us Carson Wentz back."
Facts, they did.
And then they said, "F Carson Wentz" the very next season.
Philly fans are sometimes the Knicks fans that spit on Trae Young was pretty bad, but Philly fans right there, they are. They entitled, and I don't know why. I don't really understand why on every sport. I mean, I guess they feel like they're supposed to be good, but I mean, they're entitled. But Jalen Hurts, there shouldn't have been any argument. But we talking about Philly, so he's the quarterback that has gotten them to the playoffs. And believe me, none of us picked them to go to the playoffs at the beginning of the team.
No,
beginning of the year, looking at that team on paper, we all said they was going to finish last in the division.
Last in the division. Yep, I think there was a consensus on that.
Nah, I said the Giants would finish last. I said
Giants. Not Giants.
Yeah,
Giants. But you got to give Jalen Hurts his prop because he's been carrying that team, bro. He's been carrying that team, and I hate the fact that there's a lot of haters out there that ain't giving him his props of what he's been doing with Philly because it's downright disgusting that you hate on a man that's literally carrying a franchise that has literally won a Super Bowl 3 years ago, and they can't keep a coach, can't keep a quarterback, and can't keep a championship roster, and yet he's still dragging their ass to the playoffs. So
he's dragging them, man. I don't think no other quarterback that been drafted in the last 2 years could drag Philly to what they are right now. And then the crazy thing about it is they're actually kind of scary to play in the playoffs. Like they're kind of scary. Like they was getting these wins without running the first 5 games. They barely run. Like people was begging them to run the ball.
But once they switched to running, that's when the wins started coming, man. Like they got 37 running backs. I don't know. Yeah, every game is a new running back.
Yeah, is Miles Sanders still there? I don't even know.
Okay, Miles Sanders is gonna be out. He's out.
Yeah, and all those running backs they got, somehow their quarterback is still the best running back.
Facts.
There it is.
You ain't lying.
But would you be scared to play them in the first round?
Yep.
Not if I'm Green. If I'm Green Bay, no. If I'm
everybody else,
the Rams, no. Everybody else,
yeah.
Everybody. Sure. If I'm the Rams blow them out the water just because.
I'm Dallas. I'm terrified.
You better believe. In fact, book and pick of the week. Philly beats Dallas this week. Watch it.
Jay, I was on the same thing, Jay. On the same thing. I'm on the same thing. Yeah. They look, it happens almost every year. Every year when it comes down to Dallas having to play Philly late in the year, Philly always getting that thong. Every single time, man. Alexa, play the thong song by Cisco.
That's so scandalous.
Hey, if you think AJ Green burnt Trayvon Diggs, wait till Devontae Smith get that ass.
Smith go wrap him up real good. Speaking of Devontae Smith, man, I like the way you did that. Since we was talking about Jamar Chase and now Devontae Smith, man, it's some receiving targets. They did some things. I think Waddle got like 98 catches. Of course, we know what Chase is doing. He got like, I want to say 8 passes that he done caught over 40 yards, man. He getting touchdowns at the yin game. Devontae Smith looked good too. And Pitts was the first tight end to go for 1,000, first rookie tight end to go for 1,000 yards in the season since Mike Dicker. So the question is,
I just realized that his name is Mike Dicker.
Yeah, I might Dicker. I might Dicker, but we might also play in the dome.
No, all these years, I've never put his name together like that. Wow.
Boy, you so stupid, man. All right, man. So moving forward for a franchise, man, if you had your choice of either for these guys, they're rookies, man, and they playing as well. Which one you build your team around, or which one you think is the better guy to build around?
I'll take it first. No, I'll take it first because I'm gonna say this.
Got a point.
All 4 of these guys are gonna be the future NFL. But I'm gonna go with Kyle Pitts because you see how the league is going, where you got a mismatch at tight end position, like your Darren Wallers, your Travis Kelce's. I mean, you can even go back to Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, and he's a smaller tight end, but he's still a mismatch for all cornerbacks, all safeties, all linebackers. So you got to count like 2-3 dudes on him, and that's what happened to him all season, and he still put up numbers. So I'm gonna have to go with Kyle.
You think he stay at tight end? Because the keep playing tight end, he's gonna have to either bulk up, which is probably he'll probably lose some of his speed, which is what his mismatch is is based on his speed, or is he just gonna go ahead and go to wide out?
No. If Atlanta was smart, you still keep him at tight end. You just line him up throughout the whole field, all over the place, and keep him as a mismatch. Because you're not. He's like Travis Kelce. You're not using him to run block. You're using him to create mismatches.
We just signed a tight end, and to piggyback off that, we've been playing a lot of 2 tight end stuff. There'll be Kyle Pitts, and then there'll be somebody like Lee Smith or Parker Hess, so dudes I never heard of, big old country white boys, and they're there, and they're there to be the blockers. So definitely, I think he'll stay. I think he'll stay at tight end. However, I'm gonna have to go with Chase, and it hurts my heart. Because Pitts is my guy. I've seen what he's been able to do this year, even with the debacle that is the Falcons' offensive line altogether. Him still being able to make plays. Yeah, he's been getting doubled and triple teamed all year, but still over 1,000 yards. But I'm gonna have to go with Chase. I think, has the. We know what he is. At the end of the day, Waddle's had some injury problems. I still don't know whether he's doing good this year. Devontae Smith, he's still slight of frame too. But Chase is one of those guys, deep ball threat, big target, good hands, and he can do it on a consistent basis. So I'm gonna go with Chase as one, and probably Pitts as a close second.
Hey, are you asking this question in relative as in teams that they're currently on? Or just in general, would you get around them?
That's a good question.
However you want to answer. The way I was thinking was just checking the guys. If what we know now about them, and we had to redraft again, which one would you be grabbing to be your receiving target?
Yeah, because reason why I asked that, because if you're asking like right now, take them how they are with what team they are currently on, I would go with. I'm like Zoe. I would go with Jamar Chase because he has the better quarterback out of all 4 of these dudes. But if you're talking about just building around, I'll still stick with Kyle Pitts, though.
Okay.
So, Bones?
So I'm a Saints fan, and I'm gonna be watching football. Football died a long time ago.
Sorry to hear
football died a long time ago, so I didn't even finna come weighing in with my limited information of knowledge for this.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead. So me, if I'm starting a franchise, I think I want Smith.
Interesting.
If I'm the GM of the Kansas City Chiefs, Pitts. Pitts could be a nice guy.
I like that.
I already do, and all that. But the reason why I say Smith, I think Smith will be a receiver that can hit the home run play, but can also be a possession receiver, a TO, if you will.
Not Smith. Not with that little body.
Man, listen, dude, you're the same guy yesterday that said we ain't gonna do no Steve Smith slender. You know what I'm saying? He's got a bigger body than him.
No, he's taller than Steve Smith. Steve Smith was a solid piece of metal, man. He was 5'9", 5'10", but he was a rock.
Man, listen, that man in Philly right now, that man gonna get a couple cheese steaks.
Okay.
He gonna get some Philadelphia cream cheese. That man gonna come back. That man gonna come back with 20 pounds.
So what you like at the receiver position in Smith that Chase don't have? They both run the whole route tree, right? They both got hands.
It's just a personal preference. I like Chase. It's the no, it's that man went to Bama.
Pedigree.
So I would say that he could probably handle a lot more than the LSU player as far as off the field stuff.
So which one is receiver university? Bama or LSU? It's looking like LSU now.
Actually, it's looking like Bama if you're thinking about it.
You think so? Okay, okay. So I name a LSU, you name a Bama.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson.
I don't know if you want to do that, Mel.
I'm gonna just see because I don't have it fresh on my mind, so I could be wrong about it. I know you're gonna go. I know you're going Julio.
I'm gonna start. Mel's gonna name 2 LSU's and gonna be stuck after the third.
Am I?
I'm gonna start with Smith and Waddle. They go 2 Bamas right there.
Okay, and I go Jefferson and Odell.
All right, then you go Julio.
Okay, I go Jarvis Landry. I'm not saying he's better than Julio, but we got Jared Judy. Chase. Is Chase LSU? Yeah, Chase.
Yeah.
Chase. I think we even.
Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. Calvin.
Whoa. You can't throw him in there. That man unemployed now.
Am I out of bullets now? Am I forgetting somebody? I'm done.
I think he might have shot out. Let's see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, those are the best ones. Those are the ones that popped in my head. All of those. Bama with Julio.
You ain't even name Amari Cooper.
He didn't name Amari Cooper.
Yeah. But see, this is my thing.
People might think though.
It's closer than people might think.
Yeah.
I think Bama might have more names, but I think the upper echelon of all the names will be Julio. But I think LSU have more guys on Julio's level than Alabama do. I mean, Judy is great, Ruggs is great, but Odell and Chase is up there with potentially being as good as Julio was. Nobody else you name from Alabama is gonna reach Julio.
Hey, listen.
Not mad at that.
Listen, this right here is probably the realest comment of the day.
It's still fresh. It's still fresh. I ain't mad at it. It's still fresh. Yeah. No, I'm not putting you number one.
I like what De Niro said too. De Niro said Chase, Pitts, Smith, Waddle. He said Chase is definitely a number 1 receiver, and Pitts is gonna be the best tight end at some point.
He'll never be the best tight end.
I don't know, man. He got the potential.
I don't know, man.
Listen, the 2 greatest tight ends in the history of the game,
both Kansas City Chiefs,
both had that on their helmet.
Oh, okay. Gonzalez
and Kelsey.
Okay, you can say Kelsey. I might go Shannon Sharp over Kelsey, even though Kelsey is looking great and breaking records, but Shannon Sharp left Elway at his old age and went and played with Differ. I mean, it ain't like he had Mahomes going to him.
That's a steep decline.
Yeah. I mean, it's
jump off a cliff. That ain't no decline.
Yeah. Nobody got more touches than Jamal Lewis on that team, man. But I'm going with Chase 1 and Pitts 2 for real.
I can't believe nobody made a case for Waddle, and you can.
And I like Waddle. Waddle, man. Yeah, but come on, Waddle is tend to get injured.
But listen, man, Waddle got a middle school 5th quarter quarterback throwing it to him.
That's true. He pretty much got a polished Tim Tebow.
They should also start calling the 5th quarter 0 quarter because it's first.
I think they did change it. I remember I played 5th quarter in 8th grade.
Tim Tebow.
Yeah. A polished Tim.
hey, no lie. I'm taking Tim.
I'm taking Tim too.
Because Tua can't
didn't even get a second thought.
Yeah, I'm taking Tim, man.
In the pros.
Wait, hold on. Did y'all say really? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't y'all do that. Don't you do that.
Hey,
I'm taking.
If I'm choosing between 2 bad quarterbacks, I'm gonna choose the one who can kind of find a way to win somehow. Not the one who's kind of find a way to lose.
Which one of them have a playoff victory?
You're not impressed with Tua's 7-game win streak?
Which one has a playoff victory?
Tim.
Again.
Chris said Waddle is cool, but along with the
It
injuries,
don't make sense.
hold on,
But he did it.
What injuries have Waddle? He broke his foot in college. What other injuries he had?
He was out I think this year some too.
He missed like 1 or 2 games. He missed like 1 or 2 games with a tweak. That happens.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it might have been COVID.
So he missed 2 games and got 98 catches as a rookie.
No, I don't think he only missed one.
With Tebow Light throwing him the ball. Hey, man, come on.
But it wasn't all Tebow Light.
He got hurt. Hey, you know who Tua was going to? Tua and Waddle been working on that stuff back at Tuscaloosa. Waddle was about to be his number 1 target.
Remember, Tua missed 6 games. Who they other quarterback?
It was Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett,
Yeah. A lot of that was him.
Yeah.
Tua might not have 98 completions.
This is
being real for the season. I bet you 2 of them got 200 completions.
So what are we doing with Tua, man? What are we doing with Tua? Like, are we done with him?
Putting him in that same trash bag that we put Baker Mayfield in.
Jeez. No.
Don't do that, Jay.
If Tua in Cleveland, they win last night.
Yeah.
They win last night.
Are we doing that? Are we doing that to Tua?
Nah, Baker Mayfield is not a starter in this league. I think Tebow. I mean, not T. I'm really calling this man Tebow.
Listen, man. Listen, Tua threw a pass that bounced off 2 Titans, and there wasn't a Dolphin in the frame.
Man, Tebow can't throw
Tua
from cat
said
1
hike.
to cat 2 on the flight
Tua
deck.
said hike and threw the ball backwards. That man said hike and went to drop back and had no ball.
Man, yo,
Tua is ass, bro.
Tua is not that bad, bro.
Man, let me see Tua's stats for this year.
Tua is not that bad, man. Hold on, Jay. We gonna get to. I'm trying to beat 2 hours, man. So we gotta get to what we came here for, man. Was that shotgun too loud? That shotgun might be a little bit too loud. That was a loud shotgun.
Hey, whatever you do, hey, everybody get your points out the way before that shotgun get past the Bones, because Bones is gonna shoot this phone out.
15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yo, so Scottie Pippen, first and foremost, man, congratulations to Scottie Pippen. His book is I think top 5 or top 10. It's a bestseller. It's doing good. So all that promo he did, going up there trying to badmouth Jordan, all that work, man. He was able to. I don't know if he sold any of his liquor, but he had a liquor and a book coming out, and he was in the market for a new wife. So I mean, he had a busy 2021.
Yeah, because his lady belonged to the Screech.
Yeah.
He's out there, man.
So got that endorsement deal with Cheetos.
Yeah,
that shit was popping off.
Yeah. Speaking of Cheetos, man, you know old boy from Love and Hip Hop, the new host of it, right? Peter Guns.
Yeah, Peter Guns. Yep. Yeah. I seen a clip of him fighting somebody.
Yeah,
like he fight the dude who was on there.
He was like, bro. He was like, yeah. He said, bro, don't be mad at me. It's your lady you should be mad at, man. I didn't do this to you, brother. But he was trying to make a show out of it, and he kept throwing jokes out there like, yeah, man, you know, and now the door's closed. You know what's happening now after the door closed, right? Like he was saying stuff. He was talking to the dude like that while they watching.
Hey, this man name is Peter Panky.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. Yo, so but anyway, this thing keep getting rehashed, man. LeBron keep getting mentioned in the GOAT debate, and there's a lot of people that's like, yo, when did he pass Magic or Kobe? Like, well, how did he get this line of MJ? And I like that. That brings up a good point, man. Are we really underappreciating Kobe, the closest man to the GOAT? Mm-hmm. And Mike said, hey, look, man, I've actually done extensive research on this, and I want to share it with y'all on the podcast. I don't know what he's going to say. It might be legit. It might not be legit. I'm going to go here.
Yeah, I feel like that would gang up on me immediately.
Okay,
but
go ahead.
That makes for good TV.
Okay.
So I mean, as far as the Kobe pass, LeBron pass Kobe thing, let's be realistic. Nah, he just ain't. It ain't. It's not that. I mean, there's an argument to be made that he plays all the same. Whatever argument you would make about LeBron being better than Jordan is the same argument you make about LeBron being better than Kobe. Yeah, LeBron's better passer. LeBron's better rebounder. He's built bigger, whatever. Blah 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 blah, whatever. But my thing is, I don't feel like we should be calling Kobe Jordan light.
So you
Like
saying you saying he better than MJ?
No. Let's start there, because you know how I had to throw out my disclaimer. I'm not saying that Kobe is better than Jordan, even though it may seem like I am throughout the course of this conversation, because I'm going to say there are things that I think that Kobe is better than Jordan. That's why I don't want to call him Jordan light. I think Kobe is the much better, much is going too far, but clearly better jump shooter than Michael Jordan. I think that Kobe has better footwork than Michael Jordan. I think Kobe has better post play than Michael Jordan. I think Kobe learned things from other players other than Michael Jordan, but we all saw that video they made of Kobe doing the exact same Jordan moves, and we ran with that. So we ignored the fact that he done learned all this stuff from Kareem. Like, we ignore the fact that in general he's a student of the game. Now, of course, being a student of the game means that the person you're going to study the most is going to be Michael Jordan, because he's the GOAT. That's where you should look for it first. But there are other people that he takes things from. No interceptions yet? I thought we got shot down with the jumper.
Listening. No, I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
It's like I didn't expect to make it this far.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, those are my things. In ways, and not totally, because I'm not going to even make this argument, but in ways, Kobe has played better defense than Michael Jordan. In ways. Mainly because of the difference in the rules. Because there's no hand checking, therefore defense is kind of harder to play in Kobe time. Especially, we all know that scoring is like bigger. So in ways. And then there's also my biggest thing, and this is my biggest thing really for the argument with Jordan versus Kobe. I mean, not Jordan versus Kobe. It's too many names. Kobe versus LeBron. My biggest argument is 2006. Like, sure, he didn't win a ring in 2006, but who was going to win with that team? I watched this man outscore the NBA champions in 3 quarters by himself because the team was trash. We watched this man make a comeback. 81, people look at 81 and don't really think about what 81 actually was. That was all determination, heart, and drive. That was, we need to make a comeback and win this game. It wasn't just an arbitrary 81 points. That wasn't some Russell Westbrook stuff. That was like, actually, I'm trying to win. The man that did magic, the man that made shots that he should never even took.
So if instead of calling him the closest thing to Jordan or Jordan light,
I like the closest thing to Jordan, but I just don't like Jordan light.
You don't like Jordan light. Okay, okay, and I'm with it. I'm with it. But I will respond last because I'm long-winded. I'll let Zoe go first.
I'm not really that mad at any of that. Actually, I thought it was gonna be worse. Because I know, but you know, it's subject to the defense thing is definitely true because you know, Kobe definitely not allowed the hand checking his era and being able to adjust to that. We'll never see it because Jordan didn't have to deal with it, but I imagine that it would be difficult for any player to adjust going from the being able to put your elbow and your hand on the player to defend is how you defended back then. But you know, footwork, I get it. I just can't. I have to do more research on the time. Like, I really got to look now because in my mind, it's always been there. Even though I know that Kobe is a student of the game, this dude studies everybody. It's just the player that he looked most like when he was doing what he was doing was always Jordan. So the Jordan-like thing, I can, you know, I get it. But I'm definitely going to do a little more studying just to see if these claims are true when it comes to Jordan having better footwork and a better jump shot.
Oh, he definitely had a better jump shot. That wasn't even. I didn't even think that was going to be one that anybody's going to try to fight me on.
Anything inside the 3-point line is MJ. Outside
I'm taking midgets too.
Kobe.
I'm talking midgets too.
You talking who?
Middies too, mid range as well.
No.
I can't give you that one, Boney.
Yes, MJ. That's MJ all day. But I'm with you.
Hard to do.
Kobe's unappreciated, and he shouldn't be called Jordan like. Closest thing to Jordan, yes. And there's a lot of things he do better. Mid range ain't one of them. 3-point is one of them. Defense, a good argument because I seen times where MJ, if it was a bigger guy, MJ would be like, all right, Pippen, you go ahead and get him. Or
I want to also give MJ his points on that too, because I can't say if Kobe had that backup, I'm sure he would do the same thing, because the ultimate goal is to win the game. You're not trying to just prove it. You're not just trying to prove everything. So sure, he's got Pippen for that. We don't know what he would do if he didn't have him for that. So that I'm not going to take anything away from him for.
Yeah, and I think the fact that Michael Jordan had to do so much on the offensive end as far as scoring points, because Pippen was his second best player and his second leading scorer, and Pippen never averaged more than 22 points a game. So most of the time when they was doing that damage, Pippen was giving, he was averaging 18 between. That's
pretty much true about Kobe, except for Shaq.
Yeah, but Shaq giving him 30 and 40 for about 5 or 6 years, and then you get Powell in there.
That's a whole nother argument. Powell was like 18, 20. So we're not giving Powell over 22 either.
But you getting that from Powell, and then a third person was giving you well over double digits as well, like Lamar Odom.
I wouldn't say well over.
Andrew Bynum or Glenn Rice.
Okay, you got Bynum.
Or,
you definitely got Rice.
He's always, but Jordan never had like a huge offensive help. He just had others and Scottie Pippen.
My rebuttal to that.
Right. No, hold on, before you rebuttal, let me finish it. So when Mike could pick someone up 94 feet and harass him, it was certain games he couldn't do it because he knew he had to give somebody 50 that game. Yeah, I seen videos when he in the huddle and he'll go to Scottie Pippen and say, "Hey, for the next 2 minutes, I got to score. I need you to D." Like they would swap off like that, and I heard that in the huddle before. But go ahead.
I respect that. But 2006, Kobe was playing defense the entire year.
Yeah,
there wasn't no Lamar Odom grabbed this dude. It wasn't going down. Smush Parker, can you guard him? But I'm saying he was doing. I'm saying he was doing both. 06? But like
06 was when Bill Walton and Sacre and Smush Parker that was that squad.
Luke Walton.
And Odom was there. Not Bill Walton, yeah, but Odom was there too. Yeah, Odom.
Okay.
This
that was before. That was before Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, before Ariza.
Okay. Yeah, Ariza went there for 09, 2010 when they got the champs.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so he was out here putting up 50, 60, 60, 50 and playing hard defense on the end at the same time because he had to. And that's why it's hard to make the argument as well, because I would have to make a whole bunch of hypotheticals. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say Kobe's better than Jordan at defense. I'm not making that argument, just like different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Jay, what is Kobe better than Jordan at?
What say you?
What is Kobe better than Jordan?
We won't know. I don't think we'll know. My personal opinion, I think the worst thing to happen to Kobe is not able to find his own legacy or his own identity. You know, I think
that's what his
answer. So if we talked about all these final points of the game, footwork, mid range, free throws, defense, all these things, right? How is it that LeBron ain't better than Kobe or Jordan in neither one of these things? But he just leapfrogs.
Okay, so here we go. You know what? I tried. I tried to listen. I tried to be objective. I tried to say that, hey, this may make sense. Footwork. What else you say? What was all the stuff you said?
Footwork, mid-range jumper, 3-pointers, defense.
Yeah. Final points of the game.
So
that's the final point.
Those are the final points of the game.
I didn't have passing, but I would have.
The final points of the game is: can you get me buckets? Can you defend? If a shot is missed, can you get me the ball back?
That's the basics of the game, not the final points.
That's the basics of the game. What basically, I want a winner. Okay?
Sure. So, we all do.
Here's the thing. If you're going to build a basketball player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go a whole different way. way.
Okay.
Let's talk about limitations.
Okay.
What would you say LeBron limitations are?
Man, how much time you got?
How much do you need? Go ahead.
How about 30 minutes to the trial mark?
How much time you got, man? Man.
How much do you need?
I mean, okay. Just for the sake of the time, let's say playing off the ball. Well, you mean limitations or weak spots?
No,
because he's not I'm not.
He's not limited. There's things that he does and there's things that he don't do because he doesn't have to.
I don't know about that, Jay.
No,
that's not how I see it.
You do know about that.
He has to hit free throws. He's not a good free throw shooter, so I wouldn't call it a limitation. I would call it a weakness. Is that different?
Everybody has weaknesses. Everybody has weaknesses. But
like
what
my
I'm
limitation,
you,
my weakness can be running, but I'm not limited to it. I can run, but I'm just not good at it. Right?
Okay, so let me put it like this.
Okay. We got Sheldon Gordon on the line too, so we'll after you go, I'll let him go.
Jordan, the GOAT, right? Let's call him the GOAT. He's the best runner ever. I switch sports. He's the best runner ever.
Okay, all right.
He's amazing at the 200. No one can run a 200 better than Jordan.
Okay.
Kobe runs a really good 100.
Okay.
Can't keep that speed up for the 200, but he runs the 100 really, really well.
Okay.
LeBron can run the track. He can throw your javelin. He can throw your shot put. He can what's some other track and field events? I don't know. I don't watch that shit. He can triple jump.
Oh, no, that's a bad choice for me.
He can motherfucking joust. He can do whatever it is you need.
So jack of all trades, master of nothing. What has he mastered?
Jack of all trades, masters of nothing. If you're in the top 5 of every major statistical anything, you've probably mastered being good at everything. That's a mastery event.
No, I disagree. I think being in the top 5 of every statistical category means that you was good at those things and you played 19 years.
That sounds like you're making a real good.
Kobe played 20.
You gotta play a long time to get there. So
Bean played 20. Does he have more points than Bean?
Exactly, right.
Does he have more rebounds than Bean?
Yes, but
does he have more assists than Bean?
Listen, but we're not taking Bean's points and using that as evidence that he's a great scorer. He's a great scorer. We see that from just watching him play. The evidence is not where he finished it in all-time scoring. Now, if we're talking about all-time scoring,
you said master of nothing. He's a master of being good at everything.
No, he's not. That's not what mastery is, Jay.
How is that not mastery?
That's not what mastery is. If I can being efficient or being sufficient in something and mastering something is totally different. Like if you got a master helmsman and an apprentice,
so tell me a three that can rebound better than LeBron.
It's several threes that can rebound better than LeBron. Are we being for real?
Tell me one.
The Morris twins rebound better than him.
First of all, they don't do shit better than LeBron. They're not even better being. They're not even better being twins than
rebounding.
LeBron, and he an only child.
Okay, so
They're
so
not
you
even
making
better at being twins.
so you making the argument that LeBron mastered rebounding. Okay, what else he
No,
mastered?
I'm making an argument that when did LeBron pass Kobe? Year 16. If you want me to put a date on it,
he never passed him.
He's been past Kobe for a long time.
I disagree. I think.
Go ahead, Shell.
Not only is he past Kobe, he's gonna piss you off. Here's your ants in the pants. He's passed the ball head 2-3.
Go ahead, Shell.
I think LeBron passed Kobe when we found out we never saw something like that before. I think that's what killed Kobe. It was too much like Jordan.
Yeah,
like,
but if Jordan is the standard, and you match if you come close to the standard, how can anything that's less than the standard be better than the guy that got close to the standard?
But how is Jordan the standard for Shaq?
Different. You got to be different. Kobe was
So is Kevin so Kevin Durant passed Kobe, right?
Because he's different.
Going by the Steph Curry already passed Kobe.
Different.
Listen, we can't use a standard that people made up just for LeBron. Like this is only a LeBron argument. This argument can't be applied across the board to no other player but LeBron.
No, that's exactly where I was going.
Your argument is Jordan is the greatest thing to basketball, and Kobe is the closest thing to Jordan. Listen,
that's not my argument, but
no, I'm talking about Melvin right quick. Hold on. But what I'm saying is that has nothing to do with a Shaq. That has nothing to do with a pure shooter like Curry. What I'm telling you is basketball. The goal is to put the orange ball through an orange circle. Now, however you do that at a high level, you do that.
I agree. I agree 100%.
So is Curry the best shooter ever? Yes. Is he the best basketball player ever? No. It is Jordan. What is Jordan the best at, guys?
I get there after Shell
Joey,
finishes point.
Tell me one thing that Michael Jordan is the best at. One thing.
Quick question, Joey. Can I ask you a quick?
Sure.
Look, you think LeBron's better at putting the orange basketball through the hole than Kobe? If we simplify it that far, why? Because he scored more points, but he also shoots more shots. No, we're all on the same page of knowing that LeBron's the volume scorer, right? Everybody agrees to it.
Well, I believe if we're going to talk about more shots, nobody had, and I think maybe LeBron might have took it recently, but for years Kobe had the most missed shots in NBA history.
Yeah, he did.
He's a shooting guard.
And LeBron taking it would be crazy because LeBron finishes at the rim a whole lot more than Kobe did, right? There's always other things to consider. If you look at it in the black and white, I would just make LeBron look bad because you were looking at it in black and white.
No,
you gotta look at everything. Like you gotta take other things into consideration.
You can't take shit into consideration that you shouldn't consider.
Like what? like what shouldn't you consider?
Like you shouldn't consider how good of a ball handler Shaq is. That shit has no. It has nothing to do with his dominance.
I don't think nobody's trying to do that though. I don't think nobody's trying to do it. So here's my argument.
People try to do that all the time.
Yeah, but we're not doing it here though. We're not doing it here. Here's my argument, Jay. And why I brought up the final parts of the game, right? Because that part that matters because you're a professional and you have to your every day your goal is to master your craft, right? For someone like Kobe to master all the things that he mastered, and for someone like LeBron to still have holes, for a wing player that you shouldn't have holes at and never mastered those things, that shows me something. For someone to like so all right, so let's go with just offense, right? The first thing you learn in basketball, if you're a ball handler or a wing player, is how to dribble past your defender real fast and get a layup, right? Now, once you start learning more basketball, now you learn how to play off the ball while somebody else has the ball. You might have to come off a screen, catch and shoot, right? You might have to do all those things, right? Then that's catch and shoot. Then that's shooting off the dribble. All these certain things. Then it's playing in the post if you have size. And then how you play in the post, you have to make everything crisp. Like you ever seen a boxer punch wild like Deontay Wilder? And you seen a boxer that has way better mechanics. So when I'm looking at a player in the post, I'm looking if their footwork is smooth and choppy, or is it no wasted motion? Is it refined? Is it polished? All of those things. Is it robotic looking? Those things matter and count. And for LeBron, he hasn't mastered that Kobe did. LeBron has mastered the most elementary part of basketball, which is to dribble past your defender and get a layup. That's what he mastered. He hasn't mastered. He didn't master and passing. He mastered passing. It's two things. Those are the first things you learn in basketball for ball handler. Being a good passer and beating your man to the rim for a layup.
So are you finished or are you done?
I'm finished.
All right. Yeah, and this argument is done. Because here's the thing. I understand everything you just said. If you take a Kobe, you take a Michael Jordan, you take, hell, whoever you want to take, they can do certain stuff. You take a LeBron, he can do certain stuff. When you add a list of who can do the most stuff, who's the overall better player. So, for instance,
I disagree, but even it'll be Kobe. It'll be Kobe though.
Hold on, maybe, but hold on. Let's put it in a different way. You got a receiver, right? Just a football receiver who can hit the home run pass, can catch the long ball. He's gonna score every time because he's fast. Let's call him Tyreek Hill. All right. Then you got a receiver like Jerry Rice, who can route run, who can catch the long ball, go over the middle, do whatever. And then you got a hybrid receiver like Steve Smith, who's a Swiss Army knife, but just a little smaller. Now, the question is, because Tyreek Hill is the fastest or whatever, is he a better receiver than a guy that can be fast and do other things? Or is the best receiver the one that can receive in multiple different ways and still impact the game?
That's a really tough question to answer because I don't think the comparison.
Yeah, because if you answer it the way if you answer it how you want to, your argument is shot in the face.
No, it's not, because we talking about basketball. But
just answer the question.
Answer the question. So answer the question. You asking me who the better receiver is?
Tyreek Hill or Jerry Rice?
I would ask you the same. Well, I would answer the same way I would answer it for basketball. If I have a guy that is big and strong and huge and fast, and all he does is run and get jump balls, and he can't run the routes, he don't have the footwork, he don't do all these other things, and I have this guy who runs the whole route tree, has hands, has slightly above average speed, slightly above average size, but he can do it all, right? And he mastered route running, which is key for a receiver. He mastered route running. He mastered reading defenses and all these things. That's going to be the better receiver. So what you're describing, if you take the equivalent to receivers and LeBron and Kobe, what LeBron would be is slant man for the Saints, a big guy who is big and athletic, and all he runs is slants. All LeBron does is run high screen and roll and dive down to the rim fast as possible, and get a dunk, jump over people, beat people up, bully ball from the perimeter. Well, you got Kobe who
hit threes.
You have Kobe who he just started hitting threes the last 4 years, but you have Kobe.
No, the last 4 years is a whole person's career.
Hold on. You have Kobe who can play the style of Rip Hamilton. He can run through screens and catch and shoot mid-range. You have Kobe who can also play the style that LeBron plays and run high screen and roll up top with the ball in his hand. Then you got him that can also post up like Dirk in the high post and score efficiently. And then you got him that can score in the low post like Olajuwon. And then on top of that, he plays great defense on the other end. That is your better player, not the guy that's bigger, stronger, faster.
No, first of all, Kobe can't guard 1 through 5. Jordan can't guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, but that don't make no sense because we look. I talked about guarding 1 through 5. What 5 that's an all-star that can LeBron got? Could he did he stop Dwight when Dwight put him out in the second round? Did he guard that 5? Did he guard Shaq? Did he guard Tim Duncan?
No, first of all, those are the 5s that he's playing against now. Those 5 don't exist.
Do he guard Joel Embiid? Do he guard Jokic?
He can.
Do he guard Marcus Cousins?
He
No,
can.
the 5s he guard are Christian Woods or Brandon Bass, and
Are they 5s or no? Are they 5s or no?
No, LeBron's bigger than them. They're not 5s.
Are they 5s or no? They are 5.
They're 4s that play 5 because the 5 is obsolete in the NBA right now. So go ahead. So I've been talking too much.
No, it's true. I think the best way that you put it was comparison. If I am elite, Jay, you are an elite wrestler, and it's not just because you're a big dude, because you understand technique. If you only got by on your size for the whole duration of your wrestling period, you could not be considered the best if there was a dude who may not be as big as you, but he had all the technical stuff down pat. And I think that is the difference between LeBron and Kobe when it comes to, the list, the list that we all talk about. Kobe skill set is better because I think basketball, yes, it is about putting the ball in the cup. It's going to always be about buckets, but there are things in that game that make the game and make your game that much better. Why do you think Giannis was getting so much slack these past couple of years before he actually won a ring? Because they said all he did was run and jump. That's all he ever did. But you had guys like James Harden who said that, if I was 7 feet tall and I could just run and jump, then, I would do that too. I understand it. But the game of actual skill always is going to make you better in the long run, in my opinion.
Well, let me.
Here's a good one, Jay.
Let me respond to that.
Here's a good one on the screen, Jay, for you.
They both trash. And been there for a long time. Next question, please.
No. Kurt Angle, Big Show. Who the better wrestler?
Kurt Angle, easy.
It's because he got technical skills and
because he has a fucking Olympic gold medal in wrestling.
Yeah, you really can't beat
that. That's why. With a broken freaking neck.
That's why. But here's here's the answer. To answer your thing, Zoe.
Okay.
Does Kobe have an all-around better skill set than LeBron? It's debatable, but let's say yes. Hold on, it's debatable. I could debate it. Not going to, but let's say yes.
Hey, you can debate stuff. Don't mean you right.
Yeah.
Hey Jay, I love you, dog. But this one, dog.
No. I'm about to show you something. Show me
how to do this then.
What you about to show me them drugs you smoking?
No. Because you guys are opinionated off of like and dislike. I don't have a dog in the fight. Who's my favorite player of all time?
We know it's David Robinson.
Best player ever to play. Now listen. Now here's the thing. Having a better skill. So let's go with Chauncey Billups. That's one of Melvin guys. Melvin like Chauncey. Melvin like Rip Hamilton. And Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland, favorite point guard.
Melvin like guys like that. Yeah. Now, one would say that overall, Senior Chauncey has a better skill set than Steph Curry.
Really?
Let me finish. One can say that. One can say that. But what Curry's so elite at is so much better overall that makes him a better player than Chauncey Billups.
Okay. I would agree with that.
So that's just fair. Because your skill set is better than someone's skill set, Rip Hamilton has a better skill set than Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal's a better player.
I agree.
That's a fair argument.
And those examples, Jay, you're 100% right. It's just not that it doesn't apply to the LeBron and Kobe example because of what we all witnessed and what we all watched. Kobe, I mean, it's two phases to the basketball game. It ain't like football with special teams, offense and defense. It's just offensive defense. And Kobe is better at both of them. End of story.
I would say maybe. The fact of the matter is this. I would say I don't know. You can't say that. I wouldn't say definitively. I wouldn't say that Kobe was better than LeBron definitively at anything, but conversely, I wouldn't say the same about LeBron either.
How would you say it, Lamar?
I'll put it like this. When you have a comparison of games where you can compare Russell Westbrook's game to mirror image of LeBron's and how people feel about Westbrook, how can you not apply that to LeBron? It's the same thing. It's the same game. With
So
variations.
it's not the same game at all. It's not even the same skills.
But hear me out, Jay. It's the same offensive game plan. I'm gonna be ball dominant, have the ball in my hands the majority of the game. I'm gonna have a high turnover rate. I'm not going to be able to be effective on the offense unless I'm getting to the cup. So that makes you easily guardable. But if we're talking about LeBron and Kobe, here's my thing with that I agree with, man. Kobe is a problem on the whole court. He's a problem on the whole court.
And every spot on the court, too.
Every spot on the court. LeBron needs to get to certain spots to be effective. He needs to have certain things go his way to be effective on the game. And that's technique. Now, if you're talking about just pure athleticism, okay, I'll bulldog you and go to the hole, okay. But that's one spot on the court.
I got a question. What does an ineffective LeBron look like?
It looks like when he played San Antonio in every finals, when he played Dallas in the finals. Any team who has a good coach that can scheme around his inefficiencies, that's what an ineffective LeBron look like.
So 30-12. Got it.
Against Dallas. When your game plan is let him shoot the jump shot and just don't let him get in the lane. And if he happens to get in the lane, we have Tyson Chandler here, and that's going to make him ineffective. That's a problem. Or in the fourth quarter, if your game plan is put him to the free throw line, he don't like those, right? Or when you play San Antonio and they do the same game plan, we're going to put Kawhi on him one-on-one, and we're not going to double.
Amen.
Because look, Lamar, his superpower is getting to the rim, and his second superpower is if you want to stop me from getting to the rim with a double team, I can pass to anybody on the court for a shot because I'm that good of a passer. What happens when, all right, we're going to take one thing away from him. We'll let him get to the rim, but we won't double, so that'll take away his second superpower. And that's gonna fare better for us long term in the game and in the series. And it worked, but as a result, LeBron gets his numbers, and then people who watch the stats will say LeBron had a great game because he had 30 and whatever.
Hey, hold on. Read that right quick, man.
I think Kobe, but it's tough. Kobe and MJ, you can compare, but you can't compare LBJ to Kobe or MJ. Hard to compare LBJ to anyone. I think it's more like Magic, but Magic didn't body down like LeBron does. Okay. But Kobe was a killer. He could straight take over. LeBron, better athlete. Kobe, better player, better mentality. He won 2 with Gasol. Come on. I agree.
Hold on. Let me say this. That's a long way of making random points, and then you killed it by saying he won 2 with Gasol. Come on, Gasol is a fucking multi-time All-Star. Like, dude, that what? Like
he better than Wade.
He's better than Sasha Vujic and all them cats that LeBron took to the finals against the Spurs.
Who? Sasha Vu? You mean Big Z?
I mean, yeah. Ilgauskas and who else? Who else was on that team?
What's the difference between Ilgauskas and Powell? If we take health off the table,
Powell can shoot it.
So could Big Z.
No, the fuck he could not.
Zoe.
Come on. Hey, Big Z will pull up at the 3-point line, right at the top of the.
So do I? No, that dude is a career 18% 3-point shooter. I had to pull up the numbers.
That's false. He didn't shoot a lot of threes. He shot jump shots.
No,
big men wasn't shooting threes in that year.
18%. Look it up.
I watched the games, Jay. The dude was a knockdown shot. If he wasn't knocked down, they wouldn't have got to the championship. LeBron needed to paint open, especially with him not having a jump shot back then. He had to get to the rim, and Big Z had to be a threat.
All I'm telling you, Gasol better than AD. Yes, and I'll tell you why.
Cause it fits in there. Go ahead.
No, I'll tell you exactly why Gasol is better than AD.
Okay.
Does AD how many times does AD wear clothes that he bought himself versus clothes that was provided by the team?
Look, personally, and I'm not. Look, this go sound like a hot take, but it's not, man. I'm not being facetious at all. Personally, if Big Z never had all those foot surgeries, I'm taking Powell and Big Z over AD. That's just me personally. But as far as the media and everybody else, they pick AD to be a top 75 player of all time. So if we're using that, we have to say that AD is a better player than both Powell and Big Z. But I'm taking AD third between those three guys.
Hey man, we ain't gotta take it because if your eyes tell you that they better than AD, your eyes ain't lying to you, dog.
My eyes tell me Dwight is better than AD. AD should not be a top 75 player of all time. It feel that them picking him for the top 75 felt like when Christian Laettner got picked for the Dream Team coming out of college, man. Like this you just don't do it.
As a Christian Laettner fan, he should have never been on the Dream Team.
No. But they needed somebody that was gonna ride the pine because they knew it was only gonna be 10 people in the rotation, and they needed somebody to be a number 11 and number 12, which was Stockton and Laettner. Like you remember the famous 5-on-5 game where it got so heated. You got Magic against who was the other point guard? It wasn't Stockton. Stockton was on the bench. It was Magic and can't remember who it was, but Stockton and Christian Laettner was on the sideline watching it. Karl Malone was going against Barkley. Ewing was going against David Robinson. Bird and Pippen was going at it. Drexler and Jordan and Magic, and I can't remember who the point guard was. Who was it? It wasn't Stockton though. Can't remember. But anyway, Zoe, come on, Zoe. Like to me, man, is if I always get this example, Jay, and you probably heard me say this before, but I'm interested to hear what you say about it. I always get an example of martial arts, and if you're trying to perfect a craft, and you have to gain brown belt, yellow belt, black belt, all these things, right? You have to show not just proficiency, but you have to show mastery level at certain things before you can move up to the next level. And everything that you master, now you move up to something else, whether it's breaking boards, can you do a roundhouse, everything gets graded, right? All these different things you have to pick up.
Hey, right? Real quick, it was Stockton because Chris Mullins was the other person on the team that you didn't name. Oh,
okay. Well, Mullen was in the game. Stockton and Christian Laettner was watching from the sideline, which was funny, man. But yeah, you master all these things, right? You got to become technical at things. You have to become master at at things. I would say that LeBron. Well, before I get to LeBron, I would say that Kobe. That was how he was approaching his craft, and LeBron it approaches it like that as well. But Kobe was doing it because he didn't have the elite athleticism on the level of LeBron, right? So he had to be masterful with his craft and his skill level and the things that he picked up, the finer points of the game, right? That made him like a Mayweather style or a Bruce Lee style fighter. Versus LeBron is the best knockout artist, probably with a great ground and pound game. But if you wanted to see his roundhouse, it's going to be horrible. Like it's going to look bad. It's not going to look polished. It's going to be wasted movements. And looking at his jump shot, looking at his free throw, like he done switched up his free throw style again this year. Like he just can't figure it out. Those are the things I'm talking about. Like I would never present that to an alien and say this is the best basketball player we've ever had, and he got that many deficiencies in this game. I just would never do that, man. I would if they came down here and said, "Show me your best fighter," I would never walk past Mayweather and Bruce Lee and then go over to freaking Deontay Wilder or George Foreman. I would never do it.
Here's one thing that I want to add, and I think what a lot of people misconstrue with stats and saying that just because they got the stats makes them the greatest of all time. There's a difference between being a flash player and a player of substance. And when you got Kobe, that's your substance, because he's going to give you everything you need, all the ingredients to get you a win. And when you get LeBron, he's going to get the points. He's going to have some highlights that's going to be on SportsCenter Top 10. But, man, he's going to need a lot of damn help to get that W. And there's something about Kobe he's going to make sure that he makes sure that he's going to walk out with that dub. And I can appreciate that more than just, being a SportsCenter Top 10 play, filling up your stat sheet, and not to mention being limited on offense. There's things that Kobe can do that LeBron can't, but I know there's stuff that LeBron do on offense that Kobe can do. So to me, that sets the argument down. Not to mention on defense,
there's things that LeBron can do that Kobe can't. Like, let's not just act like it's one way. Here's the thing.
Like what?
Making sounds with his eyes closed. Here's the thing. Most elite winners are like jerks. You know what I'm saying? They have this place that they go to. You know what I mean? You hear people describe Michael Jordan with it. You hear people describe Kobe with it. You hear people describe Tom Brady with it. You never heard nobody really say that about LeBron. And I think that's the place that separates, like, the things that y'all talking about. I think that me against the world, chip on my shoulder thing, I don't think LeBron ever had that. And I think that's what he's missing for you guys.
No. I explained what was missing for me.
First of all, that man had the nerves and audacity in a bubble championship say, "I want my damn respect." If you gotta cry about your respect, I mean you ain't got it.
Yeah, he did say that. He's definitely got a chip. He does tweet and say, "Wash King" and
so you gotta see what that. That's not the same as that's not the same. That's not the same.
But hold on, Jay. But Jay, if a man has to cry to get respect, then he ain't got it. I ain't never heard Jordan or Kobe have any kind of quote out there taking it to the media and be like, "I need my damn respect." No, because what is known don't need to be said.
Nah, I don't know. I disagree with that for so many reasons.
It's cool. It's cool. I still love you though.
Mostly because a lot of times, right, in this day and age, people tend to hate greatness. like either you love greatness or you hate it. Like whenever someone is really, really good for a really long time, they create a fan base of hate. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why it bothers him that he has that. Some people it don't like. You know, there's some people who, like when Jordan was great, like everybody just kind of was like, yo, here he is, he's great. We're gonna love him. But somewhere in life that changed. And it's not just him. Like there's people who can't stand Tom Brady just because he woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? And there's no real reason to be that way.
You think LeBron get more hate than Kobe got when he had the case in Colorado?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you what, I mean just off of this time period alone, yeah, like this is like we living in a crazy time that we never seen before.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think it's way more. I think it's way more. Like there's people that wish that man dead for no reason.
I don't know about people that wish him dead, but I do know people wish Kobe was dead when he had the when he had the case in Colorado. I know some people was I mean that's the most hate I've seen any basketball player get. LeBron is not getting Kobe level hate that he got those 2 years when he had that case. No way.
Sure he is.
I mean, Kobe died, and the next day Gail was on air talking about should we be mourning over this rapist or something like that, or whatever she said. Right.
And don't remember, I can't stand Gail Kim for that shit. That shit was raggedy.
Yeah.
I mean, she did with her European centric bosses told her to do.
Sure. Yeah, but we off topic. We left basketball. My LeBron critique has nothing to do with any of those things.
No,
my LeBron critique
I was speaking
100% basketball.
I was speaking on that give my damn respect. Like I was speaking on that statement. I didn't leave basketball. What I'm telling you is that now in basketball, in every sport, there's a fan base to hate greatness. And I've never seen, like, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't understand it either, man, because I love LeBron. For real. He in my top 5. Hands down. He'll never be outside of my top 5.
Listen, on the list of who's where and why they're there, like it's all subjective. How do you experience your entertainment? What brand of entertainment are you looking for? I mean, you're pulling hair at this time, but you can make an argument. This is what I'm saying. You can make an argument, and I've said this a long time ago. Mel. I said Kobe and LeBron both were playing still, and I said right now the top 3 are Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. And when it's over, the order will have changed several times.
It's possible, but that's for a wishy-washy person. Like if you have a real standard on why you have what you have, you know, it won't change much. Hey, go ahead, Carlo.
What's up, y'all? It's Chris.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, I just wanted to speak on what Jay just said. He was like, "It's always going to be either Jay or Mel." One of y'all said it was always going to be a fan base that hates greatness, and you see it across like all the sports. You know, everybody, all the fans of the teams who didn't have Kobe or LeBron hated Kobe or LeBron. All the fans of the teams who didn't have Tom Brady hate Tom Brady. You know, all the stuff like that.
Yeah.
Until Kobe retired, and then you was like, damn, Kobe was really like that. I don't think LeBron is gonna get that kind of change of scenery until he finally, does his farewell season or whatever. And then they'll be like, okay, damn, LeBron really was, a generational talent. Tom is lucky that he's starting to get that now while he's still playing, because it's like, damn, all right, you left the team, went to another team first year, and then you did exactly what you said you was going to do. Like, now we can't really deny the fact that you really are that guy. You know what I'm saying? But it's always going to be, if he doesn't play for your team, you know what I'm saying, you're going to hate him because 9 times out of 10, he's going to do great things against your team.
Yeah.
And if you're not a fan of the Cavaliers, the Heat, or the Lakers, you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10, you kind of got a disdain towards LeBron because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying, you got a ring here, you got a ring here.
Yeah.
But you couldn't get a ring here with us.
Right.
I hate you.
Yeah. Real quick. Let me acknowledge this on the screen. This YouTube comment is on screen, man. I appreciate it, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend and tell them to subscribe. And you know, this is how we do debate, man. We don't cuss each other out, and you know, I mean, we got to be level headed because, you know, at the end of the day, I mean, this ain't changing nothing for us. We just objectively speaking on what our opinion is, man. So more content to come, man. Make sure you have somebody to subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. But to you, Chris, you're right, and I think what is going to change when LeBron retire is there's going to be someone that the NBA is going to push prematurely, and then most people that think they hate LeBron now is going to be like, wait, how are you pushing this guy past LeBron? Right? That's what it's going to take. I did not like Kobe Bryant one bit because I used to root for the Portland Blazers, and I felt like the Lakers was cheated them at least out of one playoff series, right? And Kobe Bryant was snobbish, entitled. I just didn't like Kobe, man. And so I didn't really pay attention to his game like that. But when LeBron came in, and then someone said LeBron was better than Kobe, my whole thing was like, really? So I started really studying that game. And when I realized, I was like, and of course, Kobe got better and better and better. And then once he started doing stuff like beating the Boston Big Three, and you know, it was just unreal what he was doing. And I started studying this game. The dude was phenomenal, man. Right. But what started me to taking that deep dive and looking at his game was prematurely crowning GOAT James, right? And I think this is what it's going to take for other guys, not me, because I'm already set with how I think. I was young back then, so most young guys now that don't like LeBron, when he retired, and who's the next guy? Chet Holmgren. When they say Chet Holmgren is better than LeBron, they gonna be like, wait. What? I see what y'all doing, NBA. Y'all force feeding us this guy. He's not better than LeBron, and that's what's probably gonna happen.
I mean, one thing that I look at LeBron like, I kind of look at him like Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? During Jay-Z's reign, you had the Lil Waynes, you had the Nas's, you had the whatever. You had a whole lot of people come, and then people, and you know, some people may have had a better year that year or whatever, but when you look back on it and you say, "Rap, dang, Jay-Z been rapping for a long time." So LeBron, you had the he lost it, it's Curry. Oh, he lost it, it's KD. Oh, he lost it, it's Dirk. And through it all, you know what I'm saying, the measuring stick to all those people through all those times hasn't changed. It's still LeBron.
LeBron ain't never been a measuring stick, but yeah, not from a basketball sense, but from a sense of carrying the NBA. Yes, from a basketball sense, the guys that study the technical parts of basketball have never looked at LeBron like that. That's why they went to the Mamba Academy. That's why all the guys who play that technical game, who trying to hone their skills, Kawhi, PG-13, Kyrie, Booker, all those guys, Diana Taurasi, Candace Parker, all those people who's trying to hone in that skill, they all went to the Mamba Academy. They're looking at LeBron for what he's done with Clutch Sports, how he took over the league, how he gave player empowerment, and how he carried the league and carried himself on and off the court. They're looking at LeBron for that, and the fact that somehow, some way he gets to the finals. They appreciate that. No one's looking at LeBron saying, I got to take these notes from him on the basketball court. Nobody's doing that. And everybody who is doing it, like Westbrook being ball dominant, high screen roll, being the primary scorer and the primary distributor, Luka being a primary scorer, primary distributor, Harden being a primary scorer, primary distributor. All those guys have failed because LeBron is the only person that can do that because he's 6'8", 260 with the speed of a Rondo and the power of a Dwight Howard. He's the only one that can do it. And even when he attempts to do it, he has to have another all-world player beside him like AD, Kyrie, or Wade. That's the only way it works. And that's what Harden, Westbrook, and Luka has never had. They never had a Wade and a Bosh, or Kyrie and a K-Love, and an AD surrounded around a cast of future Hall of Famers, right? So that's the difference between the guys who copycat LeBron and the guys who copycat the Mamba.
Hey, read that right quick.
It's really hard to be the face of the NBA. I hated LeBron till he was a Laker, but I respected him. And then getting to see him more as a Laker, I respected him a lot more. Magic was the best being interviewed. Kobe was garbage. Kareem ? He was busy getting stoned. He'll miss LeBron when he's gone. Man, when LeBron's gone, you might as well burn that whole Laker organization down, man, because they don't have another first-round draft pick to 2027, and they trying to give that up for Jeremy Grant right now because they need to win right now with LeBron. They done brought in Russell Westbrook, who's probably the worst point guard in the West that's starting, and he's making more than LeBron and AD. Right? They're over the cap. They're paying the luxury tax.
Man, Mel, end the show because don't get me hot on this squad, bro. End the show, bro. Don't get me hot on the Lakers, dog. End the show.
Yeah. Hey, we 16 minutes over, man. We're supposed to stop at 2 hours, man. But hey, man, I guess we'll pick this up because we didn't really have a good stopping point on this, man. Like I didn't think it was gonna go like this, but I thought I was just gonna talk my spit and Jay was gonna agree with me. But Jay
when do I do that?
I thought it was gonna be today.
Yeah,
you make good point. You make good point.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin the last few hours I got in Jamaica, but keep talking about this old sorry ass Lakers team.
Yeah. I don't want your blood pressure to go up, man. But I appreciate you coming through. Hey, Chris, appreciate you, bro, man. We go end it here.
Appreciate y'all, man. Down.
Hey, everybody that's watching from Facebook, next time we go live, watch from YouTube. And subscribe, because if you ain't watching from YouTube, you're probably not subscribed either. So go over there and subscribe now, and then share the page to at least 5 people and tell them to subscribe. 5 people that you know that like sports, and tell them to subscribe. And let's see if we can get like a jump tonight. And let's like do that every day to get like a jump on YouTube. Y'all help us out with that, man. And then definitely, if you like sports, definitely check out a friend of the show, the ILW Sports Network. Check them out on YouTube as well. They go live on Mondays and Thursdays. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we got Tuesday and they got Monday and Thursday. So you can get 3 days a week of sports without propaganda. No Stephen A. Smith, no Matt Kelman, none of that. Just real people, and then y'all get the call in and everything, right? So let's get it popping with that. And I think that's it, man. What else? Did I miss anything?
Nah, that was it. Appreciate y'all like always. Love that whole IOW Man Down collab, man. I like I said on the post the other day, 2 of the greatest sports shows out there right now. So check both of us out.
That's for sure. All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Hey, don't forget, man. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Share it with 5 people. Get them subscribed as well, man. We'll see y'all next Tuesday. Peace.
Yes, sir.